Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today's message is, if it doesn't exist, create it. And this is such a powerful message to me, and I just realized this today. I created an event, a live guided meditation event for this morning, and it was a thought I had. I really enjoy meditating. I love guided meditation, and it didn't feel like there was a way for me to do meditation live with other people. And so I had the thought, well, maybe I'll create a Zoom link and I could like post about it, and then if people want to come and join, they can come and join, and we could do that. And so in the process of creating it all, I talked to my boyfriend about it, and I was like, this is easy. Like, I just created a poster for it. I made a Zoom link, and I set a time and a date and what I wanted, and it just felt so easy. And I was like, is this it? And I doubted myself, and I just felt like, well, there isn't really anything else for me to do. I've put it out into the universe, and then we'll see what comes of it. And so that's exactly what happened this morning. I had that meditation event, and prior to having the event, I think in total there would have been 7 people, including myself. And 6 people, including myself. But there ended up being, at first, what I thought would be no one, because the day before, I had received messages like that they might not be able to attend, or like whatever the thing is. And so I felt pretty defeated, like, do I still do this? I don't know if I should do this. And it's like, well, I had this thought, and it excited me to create a live meditation event. And I didn't do it for who would show up. I did it for myself, and I did it for, if anybody did show up, that hopefully they would receive something from it. And if they didn't, that's also fine too. And so this morning I thought no one would show up, and I got on the call, and then my mom showed up, and then a few other people showed up, and in total we had 5 people on the call. And it was such a beautiful experience, and I wouldn't have had it with any more people or any less people. I think so often we get stuck in creating because it should look a certain way, or this amount of people should show up, or I'm only going to do it when I have the money to do it, but you don't need any of that. You don't need any of that. And if you're doing something with the true purpose of doing it for yourself, you don't need anybody. You don't need anybody. And I had that realization today, because I made this event, and I created a poster, and I did these things for it, and then I felt like, well, there's a chance nobody would show up. I promoted it a week prior to doing it, and I didn't feel like posting about it every day. I just wanted it to be something where if people felt called to do it, they would feel called to do it. And that's exactly what happened. And the perfect people were there to experience it. The perfect people were there to support me in that. And that isn't to say that other people don't support me or love me or see the value in it. Maybe they do, but maybe it's just not for them at the moment. And I think so often we get caught up in what we think it should look like, how many people we think should attend, and none of it matters. I could have been the only one to attend, and I would have been fine with that at the end of the day, because it was for me. It was for me to reconnect to myself, and if I could be that example, other people could connect to themselves too. And I don't usually see people create live events of guided meditations, and I don't even see it most people create those events who maybe have 5 or 10 or 15 people join. And I just want to say that every event looks different. I would prefer a small circle where I get to interact with every person and ask them how they are, and ask for their feedback and interact with them, versus 100 people who joined and it wasn't a moving experience for them. And so I go back to this message of, if it doesn't exist, create it, because that's exactly what I did. I created something that I don't see other people doing, and the outcome was so much more than I could expect. And the outcome isn't in the amount of people that showed up. The outcome is in how I felt about myself after it. The outcome is in what that did for me, regardless of if anybody took something away from it or not. I would have been okay if, those people still came and they got nothing from it, because although it is about sharing that experience, I just want it to be something that excites me and that is moving within me. And if it's moving and authentic and beautiful for me, it will be for others. And that has inspired me to want to do that more. And also, I love music, I love singing, and creating free concerts, creating events. Now that I've done this one, I mean, I didn't need this one, but I also needed this one to show me just how capable I am of everything and anything. And I want to share that message to all of you, because you're capable and able of doing absolutely anything you set your mind to. It's not as challenging as you think it is. We as humans make it so challenging, and it's not. Either you believe in it or you don't. Either you know you can do it or you don't. And if you don't, how can you get to the place where you do? And that's this whole game. That's this whole game. And it's a never-ending game. I was talking to my boyfriend. We went on a walk earlier, and it's a never-ending learning experience. And I make the example of music all the time, because I've done everything you can think of in music. I sang R&B for a long time. I sang Spanish music for a long time. I studied opera for 5 years. I studied, belting. I have done all of these things, effortless singing, vocal agility, all of these things. And then I learn it, and then it's like, well, what's next? And I'm only learning more of me. I'm only learning that much more I'm capable of. And it's a never-ending game. It really is. I'll sing opera for a few months, and then I'll get tired of it, and then I'll sing really soft, feminine, slow, intricate music, vocal music, and I'll get tired of that, and then I'll study runs, and then I'll study, what can I do with my voice now? And that's the same way with life. It is the same way with life. And, we just have the opportunity to be grateful for everything here and now. Because if we're not grateful for here and now, we're never going to get on to the next thing. If I wasn't grateful for learning the opera music and studying that and then deciding I'm going to do the next thing, I would have been stuck in that. And for some people, they live in that. They live in one specific thing, and that's perfect too. That's perfect. Don't ever lose your excitement for that which you're passionate about. But for me personally, I've enjoyed variety. I enjoy variety in music. I enjoy variety in the food I eat. I enjoy seeing different places. I've traveled for the last decade of my life. I enjoy variety in my life, and One of the ways I do that is through music. One of the ways I do that is through learning about spirituality. And one of the ways I do that is through learning about, something new about myself every day, or whenever it is I do. And I had that realization today, and I wanted to make a video of this message that came to me, that just like, you can create whatever you want. I can have the concert for myself and invite people, and if they don't come, who cares? I just enjoy singing. And I create my own suffering when I place insistence on what it was supposed to look like. My voice isn't meant for everyone. My interactions are not meant for everyone. I'm just me. I'm me, here to share my life with you, and if you take something out of it, amazing, and if you don't, amazing. Both are great, because both help you in one way or another. And you are that too. You can do whatever you want. We just buy into beliefs that we can't, or we buy into a society that makes us believe we can't. If it doesn't exist, create it. And I promise you, if you don't know how to create it, you do. I promise you, you have all the answers you ever needed. And it's not as complicated as you think it is. I promise you, it's not as complicated as you think it is, because I experienced this. I thought this guided meditation had to be so much more than it was, and I just went to a park and I got on a Zoom call I made and put out a poster, and I felt myself having impacted 5 beautiful souls, and I didn't need to do anything other than say what I felt and guide them to helping them realize their power. And that was so beautiful to me. It was so beautiful. Like, I can't express how beautiful it felt to hear feedback and just see how much it impacted those people. And that's truly what I love to do. Whether that be through singing, whether that be through meditation, or just making videos like this. I really enjoy impacting people. I really enjoy helping people realize how powerful they are. That if it doesn't exist, you can create it, and it's not as complicated as you think it is. You were brought on this earth with everything you ever needed and more, to do everything you've ever desired doing. The only thing you need to know is the place you're doing it from, and if it's truly coming from excitement. Either way, whether it does or doesn't, it'll teach you something. But really, when it comes from excitement, you have no expectation for what it looks like. You have no expectation for those that see it or don't. You have no expectation for anything other than creating something beautiful and watching it flourish. And I promise that is how life is truly, truly meant to feel like. It doesn't matter how it looks. If you enjoy your job, I'm so glad you enjoy it and that you do it every day of your life. And I hope you enjoy it too. My path is not supposed to look like yours. It'd be a boring world if everybody's path looked the same. So I just invite you all to truly find excitement in what you're doing. If something doesn't exist, you have the capability of creating it, and you are a powerful, powerful human being. Beyond powerful. Beyond. And I don't say that lightly, because I've experienced it myself, and nothing outside of me is unattainable. Not for me, not for you, not for anybody in this world. I truly, truly agree that following your excitement to the best of your capability is how we're designed to live this life. And our passions make us who we are, and it all fits beautifully, and it impacts those it's meant to. And I couldn't be more grateful for the experience I've had, every experience I've had in my life, but even the one I had this morning with creating this event, this guided meditation. And now it is something I can see myself doing every week. Not only that, but I can see myself creating events with music and singing and performing and knowing that I'm capable of anything, because I am. And so are you. So are you. I just need you to believe it. Actually, I don't need you to believe it. You decide if you want to believe it. And I would be very glad if you did, but also if you didn't, that's okay too. So I just make this video to encourage anybody who this finds that you're capable of anything. Don't limit yourself. And truly, truly coming from love and excitement and joy and peace and all these things is gonna flow your life in such a way that you never imagined possible. I mean that. I mean that so much. So I'm gonna end the video here, but I just want to say you are amazing, you are powerful, you are incredible. Don't stop doing what you're doing. And truly, I want this to be encouragement and motivation and inspiration that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. So with that, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.